All right, today I'm here to talk to you guys about Optimum Baits Boom Boom series. I had some questions after our last show about the rigging and what I use and techniques, so on and so forth. We'll just go down the line as far as with the baby Boom Boom. I'm using 15-pound Seagar as well as the 6-inch Boom Boom, and the 8-inch Papa Boom Boom, I'm using 20-pound. Our Weedless series comes in the 4.5-inch, 6-inch, and 8-inch. And our line Thru series comes in 4, 5, and 6. The rod that I like to use with the baby Boom Boom is the iRod Junior Swim. The 6-inch Boom Boom, I like the iRod crank launcher. And for the Papa, I use the XL Swim iRod. So a few of the questions were, you guys wanted me to rig it and show you guys exactly how I'm doing it, because I use a nail weight, different hooks, so on and so forth. There's times when I like to use the Owner Flashy Swimmer that has the blade, and there's times when I like just a regular beast hook with no blade. Depending on which hook, usually I go either the water clarity, the place, dirty water, I like to use a blade, especially after the spawn. You get a lot of little baby bass swimming around. What you do is you feel them biting at your blade, and it acts like a school of fish, and then I tend to get bit better at those times. So I want to show you guys right now how I'm going to rig it with a Zappu nail weight. This one happens to be 2.2 grams. So the Weedless Boom Boom has this belly cavity, as you can see right here. That's for the Weedless hook. And I like to take this nail weight and drive it straight in right here on that lower part of the chin. So it's just like that. It sticks out a little bit. That way it's easy to pull out when you got to change your bait because you caught so many fish on it. So then for the rigging, you'll notice on the Boom Boom, it's got this little triangle right there. So you take your screw lock, push it right there, push it in, twist, and I twist it till it's about there. And then what I do, so I know I get the right depth on it, is I just go like that. And then I'll shove my finger in the cavity where that comes up, right? Push that straight up and through. There you go. And that's how I'm rigging it. Usually I'm fishing a 6.3 reel on all of them. On the Papa Boom Boom, I tend to use a regular beast hook instead of a blade most of the time, but there are certain times that I like the blade. I prefer the blade almost all the time on the baby. I fish the blade on the baby Boom Boom probably about 85% of the time. So the Papa Boom Boom, when I rig it, like I was saying, it has this little cavity. What I like to do is go to the furthest top point of that cavity right there, and I put that screw lock in just like that. And what that does is it keeps the line tie, screw this all the way on real quick, so that keeps your line tie more even with the back, which keeps the bait running true, okay? And like I said, when you're running that hook through, you see how you can just line it up just like that? Throw your finger in there, see the finger? Push it right straight up and through. There you go. The Papa Boom Boom, I always go to that highest point. 6-inch Boom Boom, they all have that little cavity, which makes it a lot easier for the rigging. And like I said, I like the blade a lot with the smaller ones, but the bigger one, I tend to use just a beast hook. And this right here is a 2.2 gram Zappu nail weight. And how I'm gonna do that, it has this belly cavity, and how I like to do it, so it stays down towards the bottom. I go to the lowest point without it busting out, push that in right along the chin, just like that. And I always leave a little nub sticking out, so after you catch a bunch of fish on it, you need to change your bait, you can just pull that out and reuse that. And the same with the line Thru. Now the line Thru is a better bait for areas that don't have cover, trees, grass, so on and so forth. Simple, the line just runs through, the hole right here. You run it all the way through, tie it to the hook. Then you take your hook and just kind of stab it right in there. All right? Very simple like that. And this one, if you like to use a nail weight, my favorite spot that I've noticed is literally right there behind the weight. And I'll just stab it right in there, just like that. So the areas that I prefer to fish the boom boom, especially the weedless boom boom, is through grass. Even when the tulies are kind of sparse, it goes right through them. As far as a weedless bait's concerned, I've found this to be the most weedless. It has a way of going through stuff, and even when I'm fishing heavy cover, grass, everything, I'll let it sink all the way in the grass and just start ripping it through. And when I stop, that's when I tend to get a lot of bites. As far as the line through, I'll fish that in areas where you got open water, either there's fish boiling, or place where you don't have any cover, over top of rock piles, so on and so forth, up against bluff walls, stuff like that. That's where I prefer to use the line through. And thank you guys for watching. See you next time.